Hi, I'm Matthew Ho, and I'm from Native Tongue, and we make language learning fun, fast, and effective. So I'm going to start by telling you a little bit about myself. I'm Chinese Australian by background, and I've been learning Chinese on and off for most of my life. I've tried books, CDs, podcasts, apps, classes, pretty much everything, and I found the entire experience really frustrating and very painful. So I started thinking about how language learning can be improved. I started imagining, what if the entire learning experience could be a game? What if the end-to-end experience could be like a child playing an arcade video game? Because video games take us to a place where we feel like we can achieve anything, and it's safe to fail within a game. And you can strive towards goals and complete incremental challenges. So at Native Tongue, we imagine the world where learning languages is fun, where the end-to-end experience is a game. Because games are addictive, they're engaging, and they're motivating. And what makes us unique at Native Tongue is a combination of three factors. Firstly, we're Native Tongue agnostic, which means that it doesn't matter what your native tongue is, because we require no translation, it's a highly visual style, and it's an immersive experience. We're also a multi-sensory experience involving touch interaction, seeing and hearing. And research has shown when multiple senses are engaged, it leads to a higher rate of memory retention. We also bring an arcade game style into language learning context to make it super fun. So we're creating a series of games. So imagine where we are at now. Our version 1 is like an Angry Birds style game. And we're moving towards more immersive experiences like a World of Warcraft online game. So I'm going to give you a brief demo of our game, Mandarin Madness, which is to learn Chinese. And here you'll see the player has to match visual tiles against a falling Chinese character. It uses spaced repetition and memorization and increases intensity as they play. It's a more fun way to learn. And you'll see soon that the player will make a mistake and he will lose a life. So let's meet some people that are playing our game. This is the Shen family. They're originally from Singapore and they moved to Hong Kong. They've got 2 kids, aged 6 and 3. And when they moved to Hong Kong, they were very concerned about how their kids were going to learn Chinese. And they actually turned to our app, Mandarin Madness, and they found it to be a really fun tool and really motivating. But they're not the only ones. More than 60,000 people, like the Shen family, have downloaded our games in our first 12 months of operation. It's been played more than 250,000 times. And earlier this year, it was the #2 paid education app in Australia and New Zealand. And people are paying for our app, which is awesome. 8% are converting from the free version to the paid version. And people are saying in droves that our apps are quality. They're rating it 4.5 out of 5 across our 9 different apps. And this is what we really like. Our users are coming from everywhere. 27% are from the US, 10% from Russia, Korea, and Hong Kong, respectively. But right now at Native Tongue, we're just scratching the very surface. We're currently creating the very best vocabulary games in mobile. We're also adding in rewards and achievements to make those games more sticky. And coming soon is a head-to-head mode we can play against friends and strangers. We're also adding in in-app purchase so we can increase the revenue from each customer so they can buy additional content. And we're adding in conversation and grammar. And in the future, we will have an integrated platform across mobile and the web with a complete online game world, along with voice recognition as the technology becomes more accessible. So how do we get our customers? We have a 3-pronged strategy. Firstly, we have low-touch sales. So simply by being on various app stores, people find us organically. We also have distribution channels. We reach out to people on Twitter who are having a really hard time learning a language, who are really frustrated, and we get them to try out our app. We work with language bloggers like Spanish is Your Amigo, a YouTube Spanish teacher from Houston. We also work with app promotion discovery platforms like Haze App and Famigo and Millennial Media. And lastly, we have direct sales. That's where we approach teachers and schools directly. And that's where we could use your help. If you have any relationships or ideas about how we can do this better, we'd love to speak to you afterwards. And this is the team behind Native Tongue. I look after marketing and creative, and I have startup experience from working at Airbnb. I have 7 years of digital and business experience. My co-founder, James, has 15 years of development experience. He's previously worked at Disney, and he's worked at PlayUp, a social gaming startup, and he has 15 years of development experience. And we have a team that provide design, music, and product development. So why not download our apps and try it out and see why people are leaving us such awesome feedback. And remember, Native Tongue, we make language learning fun, fast, and effective.